Hey everybody, Baron Dome here. So about 2 weeks ago I saw a Reddit post from Burnsy about how he's making a trip out to the world border through the Nether on the Positive X highway, and while he was traveling he was going to fix up some stops along the way. Now what caught my eye was not the prospect of traveling out to the world border, because I have no interest of going 30 million blocks out, but he was going to be leaving map art along the way at his various stops, and I was thinking about maybe, traveling out there, seeing some sights, and maybe getting some copies of those maps along the way. But before that, I had been talking with the Camo 6 about doing some trades, and that's who I'm meeting up with right now. We decided to meet up at Jaredtown. While I was waiting for him, I did a free cam of Jaredtown. Looks like this place has seen some better days. Now, I was going to give him some of my player heads, and he was going to give me some of his maps. So I ended up trading him Jack the Ripper head, Housemaster, Pyro, and Saito. So he ended up giving me a Trump, Moonman, SpongeBob, and Goat Mom map. So thanks again for the trades, Camo, and I guarantee I'll probably be hitting you up again in the future for some more trades. Now that we got some trading done, let's head out on the Positive X highway, see some sights, and maybe get some more of those maps. So I figured while I was traveling down the Nether highway, I would try to hit up some woodland mansions that were very close to the Positive X axis. And there happened to be 4 along the way. And I was very lucky that none of them had been raided yet. One of the mansions I came across was completely gutted. You'll see from this screenshot, it seems like the mansion spawned first, and then the forest spawned into it. So there was only really like the 2 outer walls. There is no other interior to the mansion, and unfortunately there were no invocators, so I could not get any totems out of that. Luckily I got a total of about 10 more totems from the mansions I was able to raid. So for the most part, traveling down the Nether highway is pretty boring. There's not much to see, and you pretty much can AFK a lot of it, just as long as you're keeping an eye on your screen, making sure you're not running into a block or something else. But luckily there is lots of interesting things to see along the way, and I got a couple screenshots of those, so I thought I'd show them to you. The 200k farm was heavily griefed, but there still was stuff growing. But the 400k farm was more destroyed. It's nice to see stuff of the remnants of past, and to make you laugh too. I really like these gates. It was nice to see something like this. It's nice having words of encouragement to keep you going. I met up with Sir Ryoko, and we took a screenshot together. I'm not sure if I should touch this or not. It's the little accomplishments like this that make it all worthwhile. So while I was out on the Positive X highway, I decided to make a stopover at the Potato Man 12's base. His coordinates were 500,000 by negative 19,000, so I had to do a little bit of tunneling to get there. And as I was getting close, I picked up these 2 villagers and a horse in my ESP, which I thought was kind of strange, but hey, whatever. So, luckily that portal that's right there was close enough to his house, I didn't have to make one. So I decided to just tunnel over there and go through this portal. It's always creepy when they both look at you when you're going through the portal. And then I feel like the horse is looking at me too. So when I first come through the portal, I realize something's wrong because I'm about 1,000 blocks away from where I should be. And I'm not sure if this is actually Potato Man's base or not. But I start looking through the chests, and I realize this is actually may have been a previous dupe station. So I ended up taking a couple of the items from here, not too much though, and left the rest. So if anybody wants to come here and take the rest of it, go for it. And this is where I found the Diary of Lichtenstein. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, by Scott Free. So I decided to go check out to see if maybe I was at the wrong location, since I was about 1,000 blocks away. And I'm glad I did. So as you can see here, there's a large underwater dome. There's a couple chests there. Doesn't look like much else. Maybe those are furnaces. And then there's a glass tunnel into the side of the beach right there. And then my ESP starts picking up a bunch of villagers, so there's going to be some stuff in there. It looks like a little bit of horse stable over here too, and some other building under construction. No, just some normal building materials, nothing special. I guess they had some fence posts there. So there's a tunnel down there. We'll come back to that. I just want to go check over here first. There's a nice wooden bridge right here. Nice design. So there's this big quartz arch, I guess you would call it. And there's some more horses over here. Actually, there was a horse. There's a mule. And that's a donkey. So this is a nice arch in here. It looks like some other people have been here. Someone who was just here in November. I'll put my sign too. There's a church under construction right now. And another smaller building. So this is Big Red's house. Looks to be probably like an AFK fishing hut. There's lots of fishing materials in here. I was actually surprised by the entrance to get down here. It wasn't properly set up, but maybe it was still under construction. So lots of villagers down here. And an enchanting area. Looks to be maybe they were trying to do a village down here, but I'm not sure if that would make it a valid village with how the doors were set up. No, it looks like he's got a villager with mending. And just a lot of the standard stuff you get from fishing. So I finally start heading down the tunnel underwater to the glass dome. And it's nice to see a dome like this underwater that hasn't been griefed yet. And I'm just checking through the chest, but I don't think there's anything in here. So this was a nice stopover from the journey on my Nether highway. But I think it's time to get back and let's get out to that 2 million. After long travels, I finally made it to 1 million in the overworld. Though the 1 million farm was still here, it did have a big lava cast over it. And of course I climbed to the very top and put my name up there. I'm not sure that's correct. And I finally made it to 2 million in the overworld. This is what the overworld farm looks like. So I didn't feel like walking back 2 million blocks plus to get back home. So I decided to commit a unique form of suicide to get back home. So I've got this anvil set up way up here. Now I'm just in the water a little bit just to get my health down to 1 heart. So we got this all lined up. Now I'm just going to type in the chat. Let's see if this works. Yep. Death by anvil. Well, thanks again for watching, guys. And I hope you enjoyed my video of my journey out to 2 million. And if you have any comments or suggestions, just leave them below. And I'll catch you guys later.